welcome to ABC Interactive English. You are
Sam.
And I am
Mike.
That's right,
Oh,
and we're doing Grammar Station Part B. Now, yesterday, Megan and Leo were organizing their basketball event. It was all very fun, and they were planning for the hot weather. Part B, we've kind of taken a bit of a turn on our topic. Part B is if I were rich. Okay, so it's nothing to do with basketball or hot weather or tents. It's about money, money. Lots and lots and lots of it. So I guess we're assuming that we're not rich.
Yes.
I don't know if you're rich. I'm pretty sure I'm not rich. So if I were rich, if you were a rich person, what would you do? What would you do with all that money?
Man, see, that's something that's like, I used to think about it a lot and think about like when I was a kid. And I'd be like, oh, if I was,
I'll do that.
buying my own island and all this. Now I'm just like, I just want to buy a nice house, have some land.
Oh, that's
a couple nice cars,
okay.
Maybe have some horses.
What kind of cars? Would they be like Lamborghinis and the Ferraris?
Well, yes, I would probably get at least one. But the funny thing is my like dream car is not that expensive. I really like Corvettes. And so they're not on the super high end of expensiveness, so I probably still could have one in my lifetime, even if I weren't rich.
Nice American muscle car sitting in your giant driveway in front of your big but not stupid big house.
Yes.
All right, I think
it'd probably be bright yellow too.
I think
the car, not
Corvette.
Not the house.
Would be bright yellow. Okay, I think that's pretty reasonable. Let's find out about Jeff and Elaine. What would they do if they were rich? Jeff and Elaine are talking about their dream lives.
Man, I wish I had billions of dollars to my name.
Me too. What would you do if you were that rich?
I would buy an island and build dream homes for me and my mom.
Your mom would be over the moon if you did that.
So, part B, if I were rich. Jeff and Elaine are talking about their dream lives. Yeah, a lot of people might have this conversation if I were rich, but it's not usually serious. It's the kind of thing where you have a dream, a fantasy, something like that, a bucket list. What would you kind of scratch off your bucket list if money was no object, if money was not a problem, was not a question in your life, because you had so much? You're rich. Anyways, so let's see how it all starts. Jeff kind of, he's kind of got that sort of daydream kind of idea floating around in his head. He says, man, I wish I had billions of dollars to my name. Now, he's not calling Elaine a man. He's just like, wow, or dude, or gee, I wish I had billions of dollars to my name. This is just an idea that's floating around in his head, and he's interested to see what his friend Elaine thinks of it.
I also love how he went to billions of dollars in his names. And now you can, in my mind, that just made me think of how money has become worth less than it was before. Because when I was younger, it'd be like, man, I wish I had millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Now, millions of dollars won't buy you all the things that they're going to talk about.
No.
And so Elaine says, me too. What would you do if you were that rich? So again, if you had billions of dollars, what would you do?
Yeah, exactly. And of course, billion, it's just a really big number. It's a huge amount of money. He could say, man, I wish I had $683 million. That's also a lot of money, but just saying billions is kind of just a good, easy way of saying, I wish I had a lot of money. So what would he do if he had billions or, 712 million? A lot of money. He says, I would buy an island and build dream homes for me and my mom. That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
A little weird, but kind of nice. But he definitely wants to own his own land, in this case in the form of an island, or an island, as we pronounce this word. An island is a piece of land surrounded on all sides by water. And yes, Taiwan is an island. You get a good score in geography if you know that. Penghu is a group of islands, Green Island, Orchid Island. Japan's a really big place made up of several big islands, Hokkaido and Honshu and Kyushu. And Okinawa is another small island. All of these places are pieces of land surrounded by water. And so he's thinking, I don't think he's going to buy Taiwan. He's not going to buy Hong Kong. He's probably going to buy a very small island near somewhere and turn it into his own little place for him and his family to live.
Yeah, and so Elaine responds, your mom would be over the moon if you did that. And so she's thinking, wow, if you did that, your mom would be so happy. So, yeah, she'd be over the moon. I guess she can't live on the island with you because she's out in space.
You sent her to space?
No, but this phrase, over the moon, it means to be really happy or overjoyed. Yeah. So something that happened that made you so happy, you can say, wow, I'm just over the moon. And you don't need to say I'm over the moon happy. You don't need to add anything else. Over the moon already includes that meaning of being super happy. So you can say, if you bought me an island, I would be over the moon.
If you won the lottery, you'd be over the moon. If you get a promotion or get that job you really want, or anything really good happens in your life, you're over the moon. Like me right now.
Because we
it's
have
break
a break
time. I'm over the moon. It's break time. I'm an easy guy to please. Yeah.
Take a break, make you happy.
So happy.
I know. Hey, what would you do if you had that kind of cash?
I would pay off my debt. Then I would give some to people in need.
Wow, there's so much goodness in you.
There's some, but I'm no angel.
All right, welcome back. So as we get back to the dialogue, Jeff says, I know. I know?
I know what?
I know what? What?
Elaine just talked about how his mom would be over the moon.
Oh, right. So happy because he bought the island and built her a house, and so she would be happy. Yes, okay, thank you. Jeff says, I know, yeah, my mom would be over the moon. That's what I want to do if I had lots and lots of money. So now he turns the same question back towards Elaine. He says, hey, what would you do if you had that kind of cash or that amount of money? In other words, a lot of money. What would you do with it?
Yes, and so Elaine, she starts out, fairly reasonable. She says, I would pay off my debt.
Ooh, smart.
Yes, that is a very smart and just, okay,
not
good.
Glamorous, not super sexy, but paying off your debt is smart.
Yes, and then she says, then I would give some to people in need. Oh, okay.
Wow.
So she's got a kind of this nice way of thinking. So maybe that makes Jeff feel a little bit uncomfortable since he just talked about buying an island and she's talking about helping people. But oh well.
Jeff's kind of selfish now, isn't he?
Yeah, he doesn't look quite as good after Elaine talks. But he has enough money left over. He can still help. Exactly. And so we had this word cash, and cash is a noun, and it means money, but it's actual physical paper money. So you can have money in the bank, but when you take it out, then it becomes cash. Or you might have your credit card and then cash in your wallet, something like that. A lot of times this happens when we go to like dinner or something like that. A lot of people don't have cash anymore.
Oh, they don't carry actual money and coins in their wallet, in their pockets.
And so they have credit cards and things like that, which is fine. But if you're with a group of people, it's hard to split the bill that way. And so a lot of people don't have cash on them as much.
Absolutely. But we also do sometimes just use cash to mean money.
Yeah.
Right? In a more general way, like, hey, do you want to go away for next weekend? Oh, I don't have the cash for that right now. I'm not actually saying I don't have the $1,000 bills, I don't have the money. But yeah, technically, cash is that money that you can hold in your hand, put in your pocket. It's not just numbers on a bank's computer, something like that. But we can use it to generally mean money. And when you owe someone cash, when you owe someone money, you have a debt. A debt is basically a minus in your money column, and it basically means I don't have this money, someone else needs this money, I owe it to them, they deserve it. I borrowed money from them. Maybe it's a credit card where you're kind of spending money that isn't really yours. Now you have to pay the bank back. Anyone you have to pay back, you have a debt to, and that minus amount that is not yours, that you need to give to someone, that is a debt. If you buy a house or a car, you'll have a big debt. If you borrow 500 NT from your friend one day, that's a small debt, but it is important to always pay back your debts because you don't want to owe people money all the time.
Yes, and so Elaine might have had student debt or car debt or house debt, something like that that she's paying back. She wants to pay back first, and then she's going to help people in need. So in need, this phrase that we use to describe people who don't have enough of something. So generally, if someone is in need, they usually don't have enough money, they might not have enough food, and so there's somebody who needs help. You might also sometimes hear people say needy. So sometimes you can say that the people who are poor or don't have much, they are needy or in need. So she wants to help these types of people as well.
Yeah, of course, we've often talked about the word charity. When we talk about charities, these are groups, organizations, people who work to help people in need, animals in need. People in situations where they can't help themselves are in need. They need help from other kind people, and that's what charities often do. Anyway, so listening to Elaine kind of talk about her charity idea of helping people in need and all that kind of good stuff, not about, I'm going to build myself a house and buy a Ferrari. No, she's helping people. So Jeff says, wow, there's so much goodness in you. In other words, you're such a kind person with a good heart. There's, so much generosity and giving in your heart and soul. You really seem to want to do this just to help people.
Yes, and so Elaine says there's some, but I'm no angel. So yeah, there's some goodness, and goodness is the noun form of the adjective good.
Right.
So if you say there's goodness in you, it means that you are a good person. There's good in you. You are generally trying to do nice things. So she says, yeah, there's some goodness, but I'm not an angel.
Okay, so she's going to build many charities and drive from each one to the other in her Ferrari. Okay.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of a balance. She's not
All
a
right.
perfect angel sent from heaven, but she is, yeah, she's got some goodness.
I guess that's okay. If you win a lot of money and you use most of it to help people, but you spend a little bit on a nice holiday or whatever that gives you happiness, I think that's probably not a bad deal. An angel, though?
Yeah, no. But angel, this word is also a noun, and it is the actual literal meaning of this is a biblical person from heaven, basically.
Yeah.
And so they're usually thought of having nice big wings and maybe a halo on their head. And so that would be an angel. But when we talk about it describing people, we basically mean that they're super, super nice, super giving, always kind, always helping people. So you can say, oh, there's such an angel. And you might even talk about maybe if you have a dog that is really sweet, you can say, oh, my dog is an angel. They won't bite, don't worry.
They never get in trouble. And if someone says, I'm no angel, they're kind of saying, yeah, I do good things. I'm generally a nice person, but I can be a little naughty sometimes too, but not in a really bad way. Well, to go out there, guys, try to be angels as much as you can, but if you're not an angel all the time, that's okay. We're all human. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Good luck spending all that money. I don't know where you're getting it from, but good luck. We'll see you back here sometime soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Jeff and Elaine are talking about their dream lives.
Man, I wish I had billions of dollars to my name.
Me too. What would you do if you were that rich?
I would buy an island and build dream homes for me and my mom.
Your mom would be over the moon if you did that.
I know. Hey, what would you do if you had that kind of cash?
I would pay off my debt. Then I would give some to people in need.
Wow, there's so much goodness in you.
There's some, but I'm no angel.
Hello, I'm Tina. 我们来看看这一课的重点单字。第一个 island， 这是名词，岛屿。Judy dreams of living on a tropical island. Judy 梦想住在一个热带岛屿上。Tropical 在这里是形容词，热带的。下一个单字 cash， 名词，现金、金钱。I would like to pay in cash. 我想要付现。那其他付款方式怎么说呢？ Pay with a credit card， 刷卡。Use mobile payment， 使用行动支付。这边也有另外一种念法，你也可以说 use mobile payment。下一个单字 goodness， 良善、仁慈。I believe in the basic goodness of all people。我相信所有人的基本善良。下一个单字 angel， 名词，天使。Bonnie has a good voice. She sings like an angel. Bonnie 拥有一副好嗓子，她唱歌像天使一样好听。Sing like an angel 是指描述人的歌声美妙动听。接着我们来看一下重点文法。第一个 over the moon 指的是乐翻天，非常开心，用来形容极为快乐，就像飞到月亮之上的感觉。Andy was over the moon with his new bike.Andy 得到一台新的脚踏车，乐翻了。下一个文法 pay off， 还清、付清，这里是一个可以分开的动词片语，通常用来指的是说清偿你的借贷的情况。我们来看一下这个例句 ：I finally paid off my student loan。我终于把我的学贷还清了。最后一个文法 A is no B，A 不是 B。No 相当于 not a。我们来看看下面这个情境。
Hello, Tina Smith. I am very sorry to inform you, but your grandmother has been involved in a terrible car accident. She requires immediate surgery, but she does not have a wallet or anything with her. We are going to need you to transfer money to the hospital account so that she can have surgery immediately.
Are you kidding me? My grandma passed away 3 years ago. I am no fool. 以上就是这一课的重点单词跟文法，我们下一课再见喽，拜拜。
Hi everyone, I'm Toi.
And I'm Jamie.
And today we are playing Guess the Bear. And so we each have 3 cards with 2 sentences. And so instead of saying the word, we say bear. And so the other person has to guess what that word is. And we have 1 minute to do each 3 cards. So are you ready to go?
Yes.
Okay, and ready? Yeah. Noun, 1 word. Would you like to pay with bear or credit? I ran out of bear. Can I borrow some from you?
Cash.
Very good. Next one, noun, 1 word. We visited the Hawaiian bear of Hilo last year. As the saying goes, no man is an bear.
Island.
Very good, yeah. Last one, 3 words. It's a phrase.
Okay.
Here we go. He is bear, bear, bear about the birth of his child. They will be bear, bear, bear to hear the good news.
Over the moon?
Yes!
Oh, really?
Oh my gosh!
I
Yes,
was
you
like
got it.
excited, and I was like, what else means excited?
Yes, very good. Over the
Yay.
moon. We use that quite often, like to be overly excited. Like, I am over the moon about my new job.
Yeah.
I'm over the moon about going to the park tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, so excited. All right. Okay, so are you ready?
Yeah, I hope I'm as good as you.
You will be. Okay, ready? Go. 1 word, noun. He acts like a perfect bear around his parents, and the painting showed God and bears in heaven.
Gentlemen?
Not quite. The painting showed God and bears in heaven.
Disciples?
Similar.
Prophets?
He acts like a perfect bear around his parents.
Angel.
Yes, angel. Okay, good. 1 word, noun. I believe there is bear in everyone's heart, and her work shows that there is still bear in the world.
Love.
Similar.
Kindness, hope.
Similar to kindness. I believe there is bear in everyone's heart. Her work shows
Goodness?
Yes, good.
Oh,
goodness.
okay.
Phrase, 2 words. Jim may be silly, but he bear fool. And she tried her best, but she bear artist.
Say the first one
It's very
again.
hard. Jim may be silly, but he bear fool.
Take it seriously.
Nah.
Take seriously.
Almost. Well, not really. It's
Okay.
is no, which is like, is that a phrase?
Like
But
he's
it is.
known for.
He is no. Like, so Jim may be silly, but he is no fool.
Oh,
And
okay.
she tried her best, but she is no artist.
Oh, okay. So saying that this person is not that.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Is no fool, is no,
No
artist.
artist. Yeah, very
Okay.
difficult. So.
I tried my best.
Okay. Yeah. Is no.
See you next time.